Hi, I'm Janet Kurtz, Editor-in-Chief of Nfocus.
And I'm Madeline Bradford, the Associate Editor of Nfocus.
And we are back for our summer series today. We are so excited. We have a great episode for you today, and we can just dive right in.
Absolutely, and welcome back to the States.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back. I missed everybody.
We missed you, and your trip looked absolutely amazing, and I know that I'm excited to read about it in the August travel issue, so all of our readers will also be sure to pick up a copy.
That's right, yes. So thank you for that plug. I appreciate it. It was a hard job, really, touring around Champagne in France to bring our readers the story.
Really hard work.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're back at it this week, and we have another episode of our At Home with Nfocus home tour series presented by our friends at Myers Flooring of Nashville. So we thank them for that. And we're excited. So, this week we go to our friend Denise Cummins' house, and it's always so great to walk into a friend's home and really hear their inspiration behind the design. And so here's a little sneak peek of what you will see in the full episode on Thursday in our newsletter.
My name is Denise Cummins. Welcome to my home on Richland Avenue. This little front sitting room has been a lot of fun. It's the place where when the girlfriends come over, we sit and have a cozy little powwow here in the winter with the fireplace going. And on really great days when it's not too humid or too cold, I love to open the French doors and have a fresh breeze going through while we sit and chat and have a glass of wine. And then the dining room is my favorite place because I love to entertain a lot. I wanted a specifically square room because of my round dining table that I bought many years ago, and it has been a great place for lots of memories and great meals to be shared with friends and family. I really think there's nothing better than a round dining table. Usually with groups of people, 8 to 10 around this table, I'll get conversation going and then get each person to ask another person a question. So you learn a whole lot about the person, and we try to keep it non-political and just fun and lively, just to gain insight about the person sitting next to you, especially if you don't know who they are. The great room is one of my favorites just because it's so light and bright. I lived in a bungalow for many years that had low ceilings and small windows. And so when I decided to build and design this house, light was super important to me. So my designer, Mary Stallman, did a great job helping me figure out how to utilize this space, one, for large groups of people for entertaining, which it's perfect for, and also to just maximize the natural light. I really love the high windows and the high ceilings specifically. So the space is great. Since it's great for entertaining, this area could have been a breakfast area. I just didn't think I would utilize it as much, and I'm glad I didn't put a piece of furniture in this space, because with large groups, this past holiday season, I had a party with about 125 people here, and they were all in this space because everyone ends up in a kitchen during a party. And so it didn't feel crowded at all, and people were milling around the front rooms in this area, and it was perfect.
Well, I'm excited about Thursday.
Me too. That was such a great sneak peek from Denise. Her home is so beautiful, and I really love the variety we have in this series. We have something that's going to suit every person's style, I think.
I think so too, and maybe give some design ideas as well along the way.
Absolutely.
So that's really fun. And then, of course, our roving reporter, Carrington Fox.
Yes, she visited with Deby Pitts once again, joined her in the kitchen, and made gazpacho, which looks absolutely delicious.
Oh, I know.
And
absolutely.
She said it's a pretty simple recipe, so it's something that will be great for our viewers to make at home and follow along.
Yep, that's exactly right. So let's check it out.
I'm Carrington Fox with Nfocus, and it's great to be back in the kitchen with Deby Pitts. We were here earlier this spring making elderflower liqueur with the buds from your trees out in the garden, and today we are here with tomatoes to make gazpacho.
Carrington, welcome back to my home and to our kitchen. I've been so excited about sharing this recipe for gazpacho that my husband Keith and I brought back from Antigua over 40 years ago.
And so we're all familiar with the ingredients. We generally know the bounty of the garden, the tomatoes, the herbs, the celery, the cucumbers and peppers. But I think you're going to teach us something today that I did not know. And we're going to take it back to a more fundamental step of how to get the juices and the fruits out of these vegetables and fruits.
But we're going to talk about how you can get the juice out of a tomato without going through the process of boiling water, putting the tomatoes in the boiling water, pulling them out, cutting them in half, de-seeding it, because I have my handy dandy kitchen mill here that I'm going to teach you all about. So this is celery. We're going to put some celery into the gazpacho. And what I've already done is I clipped the ends of the celery off so I could put it in water so that it would stay nice and crisp. But you take this device and you stick it on, and then you take this device, which is called a hopper. The hopper, and you put that there. These are graters. This one is used to extract skin and seeds. But if you want to make salsa, you would use this one. And we're going to be using this one today as a pre-step to using the food process.
So this is where I've gone wrong in the past. I've just shoved everything into a blender and then gazpacho.
So I think one of the secrets to cooking is to get organized in advance. So first you find your recipe, then you get your ingredients, that you get out the tools that you need, and then you go through the steps of making whatever it is you're making. And so with this recipe, the first thing is we need to make 4 cups of tomato juice. This is called an auger. You shove it down the middle of that.
Okay.
We're gonna put it on the machine and we screw it into place. And then this guy allows us to take everything that comes out of the hopper and goes through the juicer to come out.
This is a serious piece of equipment. I feel
Right?
very professional right now.
It makes me feel like chitty chitty bang bang. All right, so in the food processor, we now have 4 cups of tomato juice, 2 cups of roughly chopped tomatoes. We have 1 cucumber roughly chopped. We have the equivalent of 1 rib of celery rough chopped, 1 carrot rough chopped, and a piece of garlic rough chopped, and then we have 2 green onions. The recipe I have calls for red wine vinegar, but I personally like sherry vinegar, and it calls for 2 tablespoons.
And now we have this beautiful bowl of summer in a bowl. So bright, so summery, perfect texture.
Thank you for coming over and letting me teach you how to make this.
Terrific. Well, now we got to think about what to do next.
Yum. Cannot wait to try that recipe. It
What
looks
a
amazing.
summery dish.
Yes, I know. Looks incredible. So thank you so much, Deby, for letting us invade your home one more time. We always love it, and it's so much fun. And of course, it's always great to have Carrington
Absolutely.
part of the group.
Yes.
Well, you know, I got the opportunity to visit a new space in downtown Nashville. And I have to tell you, it's so exciting. You know, we always talk about these places that are sort of like the unofficial country clubs. Like you talk about Sperry's.
Right.
360 Bistro in West Nashville is kind of the unofficial country clubs, et cetera. And Green Hills is certainly one of those.
Yes.
Well, I think that Bar Roza, which is brought to us by our friends at Rose Pony and Cafe Rose, I think that's going to be the next spot, honestly,
Really?
in downtown Nashville. So, first of all, the design inspiration was Italian mid-century modern. So it has these beautiful marble pieces that are like these grays and pinks that are just so pretty. And when the light hits it just right,
Yeah.
it is just spectacular.
That's amazing.
So that was really wonderful. It's not meant to be a place for a full dinner meal.
Right.
But I'm here to tell you that I left so full. You just kind of snack. And that's kind of what you want to do after work. You want to enjoy
Absolutely.
that. So it's a great place to go to meet friends after work and kind of like go into the evening, I guess, is the best way I can put that. And it's really intended that each of these little banquettes, it's designed so that you can visit table to table, again, kind of giving you sort of that, you know, locals only feel.
Right.
So that really is a lot of fun. And then they also have creatively and intuitively created these wonderful low proof cocktails. So, you know, you can try a couple on the menu, and it's really about engaging the senses of your taste and smell and bringing it in such a delightful way, but also so it doesn't feel so heavy and you don't feel like, oh, gosh,
Right.
I just feel like I drank a bottle of wine. It's not like that at all. And so it's very refreshing. And it's a wonderful atmosphere to enjoy that. And of course, it's right in the newly renovated arcade. So I know a lot of our readers are curious about that, and a lot of our audience is curious. So it's really just a wonderful place to spend an afternoon or evening.
That. Well, it sounds like that would be perfect for happy hour after work with some
Yes.
friends. And I always love visiting spaces that are designed for socializing and for
Yes.
community.
That's right. And so all of our downtown friends, let's figure out a meetup and head over there.
Absolutely. Well, I'll have to check it out.
Yes.
Thanks for reporting on that for us.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, that is our show for this week. I thought it was really fun.
I did too. So much great content.
I know. That's wonderful. But you're not going to want to miss next week. Our roving reporter Carrington Fox will be back with Madeline when we talk about we have a sneak peek of our home tour with Brad Poe. Again, presented by our friends at Myers Flooring of Nashville. We have Carrington going to visit with Vivek at Taylor for his cult favorite tomato sandwich, which only goes through the end of this month, so don't miss that. We talk about Trevecca Urban Farm, and Carrington visits with Elizabeth Birch Interiors and creates a mood board. So I'm kind of excited
How
to see
fun
that.
is that?
I know.
I love it.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. You aren't going to want to miss that. Be sure to subscribe and like our YouTube page. Subscribe to our newsletter so you always are in the know and have the information as soon as it comes out. And remember that with you, our Nfocus friends, we're in good company.
Cheers.
Cheers!